Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good early morning, different places of the countries. Thank you so much for coming to Girls for STEM, guys. I really do appreciate you guys coming to my channel. And I just want to say that, we're here to encourage girls to pursue STEM. We're here to acknowledge other scientists who have navigated STEM, and we're here to also encourage the girls to expose them to different endeavors, so they can see other role models, so that they can be inspired. So today we have very interesting guests, guys. We're going to start with Regina Mtonga from Zambia, guys. So enjoy. So let's bring Regina up. Hi, Regina. Thank you so much for coming. I've always wanted you to come to my show. I'm so glad you did today. But before I preempt everyone, I would like you to introduce yourself to my viewers.
Great. Thank you so much for having me. I know we've been kind of talking about this for a very long time, but finally I'm here.
Yes.
My name is Regina Mtonga. I am co-founder and director at Asikana Network, which literally means young women. Bantu-speaking people immediately know it's about women.
Yes.
And it's basically an organization that deals in helping women and girls meaningfully and actively participate in technology, and not just actually being in those fields, but making a footprint that can be remembered that we are there and we're doing something.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Regina. Guys, she's in STEM. I know she has introduced herself on one other part, but we are yet to hear what is she doing and what did she do. Thank you so much, Regina, for what you're doing. You are doing a very interesting cause, and I love it. I'm rallying, for you in STEM as well. And, we are here all to encourage girls to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, Regina, what is your background in terms of career? Would you share with my viewers?
Yes, so I studied, initially, I studied computer science and more focusing on management. It's very interesting that I studied so much of it. I was not interested in the management part of it, but that was the majority of the degree that I did. And then I went on to do more technical things like actually programming and focusing on software engineering afterwards. This was not on my parents' money because they would never have allowed me to change, because when you tell your parents this is what I want to do, they provide the money. And so midway when you're telling them, actually, I'm thinking this might not be my path. So I
Yes.
just went ahead and did what my parents were told in the very beginning.
Yes.
And then I started to realize that I was very good at taking things apart and putting them together. And so I started focusing more on studying on my own software engineering.
Yes.
And this was from, of course, from school, but also from Uncle Google and
Yes.
YouTube, you know. And that's what I did. Interestingly, I'm back to the management part of what
Yes.
I learned and didn't like, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm managing. I'm not doing a lot
Correct.
of software engineering. Yes, so that's my background is computer science, and it's been an interesting journey so far.
Wow, that's interesting. You know what I love about you guys, viewers? What do you think? Most of the engineers, they talk about, as well as scientists, technologists, healthcare professionals, they talk about. You see some curiosity in them. You see how she was saying she could Google, she could. If you see that tone is in every engineer that comes here, scientist, technology. So, guys, you see how it's you have to be self-driven. You have to be looking for things. You have to be curious. It's not wrong to be curious, to be, asking questions, wanting to know what is it, how can I do this? Looking for information to help you pursue, what you're trying to figure out. What is it? Where can I find it? Can I go to YouTube? Can I go on internet? Can I ask someone who knows about it? Things like that. Well, that's interesting. So, Regina, that's so good. So let's focus on you again. So I would like to go maybe 5 years back when you were 5 years, I always say 5 years back, when you were like 5, 6, 7 years, what's going on in your life? is your mother talking about, or your parents, your dad, talking about science and technology? Are they discussing anything related to programming, STEM? Could you share with us, with our viewers? Because we have mothers here who come to watch this show. And we also have kids. There are kids right here who also come to watch this show. So what happened? How did it start?
So I'll share from two perspectives. One from your request, 5 to 6 years old, and the second from the year that it actually happened for me. So 5, 6 years old, I was being raised by my grandparents. My parents were alive, but they were in the United Kingdom. In fact, I stayed away from my parents for a very long time. And it's only later on that I realized my grandparents are not my parents, because my actual parents came back and took me to their home. And then I realized, oh, these are my parents. Okay.
Yes.
So at 5, 6 years old, I was raised by um, a very skilled man who was my
Yes.
grandfather, and he was a builder, very
Mm-hmm.
good at his job. And my grandmother dropped out of school in fourth grade. However, she was very good at baking for somebody who had never gone to school, because anyone who bakes will tell you it requires precision and a bit of
Yes.
math. She was very good at baking. So I learned a lot of resilience, I think, from my grandmother. She had 16 children.
Wow.
So I have always grown up with people around me. So
Yes.
when I had the opportunity to go to my own house, I chose to first of all live on my own for a little bit, because I always grew up with noise. Give me a chance to be without the
Yes.
noise for once. But when the spark for computers actually happened, I was 14 years old. My
Yes.
father came home with a laptop, and I think there was DOS at the time. Very, very old laptop, very heavy and very big. And I asked
Yes.
him what he was doing and what that thing was. And then he says, oh, this is a computer. This one is a laptop because it's smaller. And he started talking to me about computers.
How old were
So
you, Regina? How old
I
were
was
you?
14. I was
Okay.
14 when I was
Yes.
first introduced to computers. It's the first time I saw one. I was really intrigued by it. Before, naturally, I've always been the type of person who just takes things apart. So I'm those children that you hear about who take apart remotes. I'm that. The kettle, the TV, it's me. Just it's unfortunate my parents are not here, because I would have paid them back for all the stuff
But
that I brought.
remember
But
our old parents, what they used to do if they find you've dismantled. Oh my God, they're gonna give you a good beating.
yes, a
Eh?
good
And
beating in true African fashion. Yes, a good
yes.
beating. So I
Uh-huh.
was one of those children. So when my father came home, and because I was constantly over his shoulder trying to see what he's doing on that thing, so
Yes.
he would keep me occupied by, there was a game called Race, which was in DOS. It wasn't as pretty looking as the new ones that ironically I make now. It
Yes.
was two or three colors, I think, and in order to play the game, you had to learn how to code a little bit. And
Yes.
so my father taught me the initial code to enter the game, so that in case he's busy or he's not there, when he's left the laptop, I can still play on it. So that was my initial introduction to computers. And I remember telling myself, when I grow up, I want to learn to my people on the inside, what's making them do that on the inside? Because in my mind, I was thinking something is making this do this. So I
Wow.
had already made up my mind by then. And I didn't even take a gap year, by the way. I
Yes.
completed at 17, at 18, I was already enrolled into computer science,
Wow.
against my mom's better judgment, but also she understood, because I do come from a line of people, of remote breakers, if we can call ourselves that. My mother
Yes.
was actually the first registered female quantity surveyor in Zambia.
Yes.
So having grown up my mother she was always the only woman, the Iron Lady they called her. She's late now. She was always the only woman, the youngest. Ironically, I'm going into that path,
Correct.
and she's not here to really see the full. She was here at the beginning of my organization, but she passed away. So when I told her at 17, remember we talked about computers, I want to go and
Yes.
study at school now. There was no blinking from my parents. My parents were civil servants, they didn't have a lot of money. They just said, okay, go and get application forms, tell us how much they are, we'll give you the
Mhm.
money, and whichever one you're selected to will find. Ironically, I was picked to, at the time, I don't know now, but at the
Yes.
time I was picked to go to one of the most expensive colleges in
Wow.
Lusaka.
Yes.
And that's the one that I wanted to go to, but I didn't understand the concept of money. So I
Correct.
just said, I've brought these applications, I've been picked for these ones, I like this one, so I'd like to go to this one. And so my parents, they did the thing that parents do. They looked for the money and they paid for me to go to school. And
Wow.
that's how I started the journey. I have no idea where my parents got the money from, because I do know now that I'm older that, you know what, my parents were not rich. So it does make me wonder where they got money to take me to a school like Zika. But I didn't disappoint them. I don't think that I
That's
did, you
wow.
know.
That's interesting. Regina, you've just shared one important thing that I always want to share with parents about providing an environment when children are young that would trigger something for them to pursue, a career that is, very, very lucrative. For example, STEM. And I would like to share just a little bit, Regina, just slot in something. I'll tell you why parents should evoke certain things when kids are young. My parents, my sister and I, we did very good in science classes and math when we were very little. So my dad decided to send us to UK, but he was broke. He didn't have money. So he told us that you've been accepted at Essex University in London, and he didn't have money. So he looked for money, he looked for a loan, nothing happened. Those acceptance rotted. But guess what that did to our minds, me and my sister? That embedded something very, very powerful. We never forgot, and we always wanted to know what is it that my dad wanted us to go out that world where he wanted us to send us. So I'm telling you, because some of my friends asks me, we were going together, saying, but you never mentioned anything that you want to go out of the country or something like that. I said, I know, but there was this at the back of my mind trying to run. But it's not only just going out of the country, but it's about a career. It's about something that our parents embed in us when they provide something around us. So, when you say that your parents brought a computer in the house, that really just made it. So, guys, Regina is a software engineer, and she's in STEM. She's also a very staunch advocate for STEM. She'll share a little bit with us also about her organization. So maybe let's go into that part of your organization. What are you doing now, Regina?
Oh, there's a lot that we're doing. Interestingly, I had a community meeting with a few of my friends today, because it's a different community leader. So, Asikana Network is considered a community, and I have friends that run other communities. We call them communities. And we
Yes,
were all talking about how we are not, we tend to do the same thing, but differently at different time without telling each other.
yes,
Um, so there's quite a bit that we're doing. The biggest project that we're doing right now is in partnership with Facebook Africa.
wow,
And it's a digital literacy. It is by far, so far, I think the largest campaign that we've ever dealt with. Also, I think also the largest partner that we've ever worked with, and we've
yes,
been partners since 2019. So it's a digital literacy campaign, and we are focusing on teaching children up to the age of 18 how to properly use Facebook. It's
yes,
interesting how most of us go to Facebook and we share memes and the GIFs and we kiki and everything, but people don't know that you can make money off of Facebook. People make a lot of money from Facebook and they don't even work in an office. They simply use Facebook. So we're teaching the kids how to do stuff like
talk
that. We're
about
also teaching
YouTube.
them
Talk
safety.
about YouTube itself. How much
Yeah,
people
I
are
mean,
making money.
of course. I mean, YouTube is a money maker. TikTok is a money maker. So we're talking
Yes,
about all of those things. The one thing that we start with at every single class that we hold is safety.
yes,
Um, is between March 2020 and present day, cybercrime has risen in
yes,
the world because people are home and they have nothing to do. So we're
correct.
hearing more cases of, identity theft happening, and all of these things. A lot of the times, you'd be surprised, children or young people are at the helm of all of that. So
Look,
we talk a lot about safety in that digital literacy campaign, but of course we have the normal programs, what we call the normal programs that are running in the background, which is training, and we train women all the way from simple things like basic computer usage, all the way to social media management for money. Everything that we do is not only to bring more women into the technology field in Zambia because we have so few of us, but it's
yes,
also to help them be sustainable, because this is not about, we're always trying to teach our women to be sustainable. Yeah, you should not let knowledge rot in your head. So
Correct.
even when I lost my parents, I always
Mhm.
tell my students, when I lost my parents, of course I felt I lost my parents very close together, and I felt like I had lost everything. And then I remembered the most expensive and most important inheritance that my parents gave me was education. My parents ensured that my sister and I were educated, made
Yes.
sure. So with that knowledge, I decided to start what it is now, with the empire called Asikamen and Trade, because it doesn't matter how someone can beat something out of you or torture you. Once the
Yes.
knowledge hits your brain, it's there for good, it's there forever.
Good.
So we do a lot of those trainings, which are happening right now. We just finished one 2 weeks ago on safe social media management.
Hmm.
And we're starting another one. October is a very busy month for us, actually. Every single year is very busy. So I can tell you a little bit about what we'll be doing in October, just in case someone wants to
Sure.
join. So
Sure.
we
Yes.
have
Definitely.
Flutter programming on a large scale, which is a programming language, and it won't only be for our members. We normally only do it for our members. This time it will be on radio, it will be on TV. We'll be calling for women only to apply, and then we
Yes.
teach them for a specific period, completely free.
Yes.
Um, we also have Africa Code Week. I don't know if you're aware of Africa Code Week. I'm the Zambian ambassador for Africa Code Week.
Oh, really? Please make
Um,
sure you invite me. I would like to participate.
Yes, yes, yes. I mean, I would love to have you, and it's great that we're in the initial stages of planning and everything. So
Yes.
I'll definitely invite you. So, Africa Code Week is basically a commemoration of, like it says, coding, but it focuses on children, and it's
Yes.
we work with specific ages. Of course, it's 8 to 17, and the kids learn how to program. We start with simple things like Scratch, because we feel it's the easiest thing for a child to understand and comprehend, and that's
Yes.
what we do. But it leads into a larger event called the African Code Challenge,
Yes.
and the best idea or the best program that the kids come up with in Africa Code Week gets a prize. So, I mean, it's not prizes like T-shirts; it's prizes like um, virtual reality goggles, it's cell
You.
phones, so it's substantial. Kids like that kind of thing these
Yes.
days.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
substantial prizes that we give out. So we also have that happening. We also have an intense 2 week follow up of the social media training that we had 2 weeks ago, which is
Yes.
now, it sounds very boring, but this is now the metrics. I was talking about this in the morning to my friends, and she had a blank look on her face, like, what are you talking about? So the facade that Facebook and Instagram and Twitter will show you, there's always a social media manager at the back who is doing all of that
Correct.
work, who is targeting. So there's actually a lot of, it's a metrics game, it's an algorithms game. So that's what we'll be teaching them. We gave them a week off to think about it, and then we'll be diving a little bit deeper into that. And all of these activities will dive into November
Wow.
when we close off for the year, the activities. So I mean, there's always so much going on in
Hmm.
my organization. I sometimes ask myself, how am I doing two masters programs at the same time?
But you know
I'm
what?
running an organization. I'm a mother. Hey,
But you know what, Regina? That's the only way we can encourage girls to pursue
yes,
science, technology, and engineering and mathematics. They need to see people like us who've been there, who
yes,
are doing it. But we also have other things we're doing, but we would like to couple all those things and just go full throttle and share with our viewers, mothers out there, kids. And the thing is, because there are not so many people who know about this is so
true.
alarming that very few mothers, even some of the engineers, they really, really don't pay attention to say, am I alone at my job? Am I
Yeah,
the only one, in this industry or something like that? So there's so much work to be done. I really, really agree that, we're doing so much and we really need help because you're not the only one. I have other people I've seen who are really advocate for STEM. They're doing so many things at one time. The thing is, if we don't do it, we have to do it. We have
yeah.
to do as much as we can. Wow, that's really interesting, guys. Make sure you can support Regina Mtonga. And where do you have a website, or how can they find you if they want to join you to be part of your organization? How can they do it?
So luckily, because interestingly, 13th of October, we will be celebrating 9 years of existence. I just realized that just now, which is huge. Luckily, because we've been in existence for so long, I think we've kind of coined, we own the name Asikana. You don't even need to finish it. So when you go on Google and just
Asikana.
search Asikana,
Yes.
ASIKANA, our socials pop up. Our Twitter, we're very active on Twitter. We're very active on Facebook.
Yes.
I'm not sure if our application, it might have actually closed yesterday because today's a. So we open our applications twice a year, once in January and again around September. There's a specific reason. One day when we have a longer, I'll explain why we do that. We
Yes.
started doing it 4 years ago, but it's a control measure thing that we do to ensure that we don't. We actually are able to help people specifically in the group, because then if we opened it all the time, you know how even competitions are not open the whole year. There's a specific
Yes.
reason for that. Yeah, so you can find us on. We have a website, very active website as well. Um, we're on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. I think most people usually find me on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Um, yes, so it's. I think we've been fairly easy to. We've done a lot of firsts. So I think also if you Google Women in Tech Zambia, our
Mm-hmm.
name pops up in the first five results, if I'm not mistaken, which is I think it's huge that someone Googles Women in Tech Zambia and our name pops up. So yeah, we're very active on social media. You can always find us there if you need to. The
Wow.
applications are closed. However,
Uh-huh.
we still have lots of programs that we post onto the pages that
Yes.
people are always welcome to join.
To
Yeah.
browse around. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. Regina has an organization, Asikana, guys out there in Zambia. Please check her out on Facebook. She says she's on LinkedIn. Find out more from her, what she's doing, especially coding for young ones. We need a lot of young ones to code. And also, I think, Regina, you should come back so we can discuss, because most people think computers will get our jobs, but I would like them to know that behind every computer, behind every robot, behind every most of the things, there are people behind doing
Yeah.
work that you don't see. So I
Yeah.
think we should come back and discuss. That's a very big discussion for another time, where you can share with us what it means. Because most people, when I ask kids, I was talking to kids in South Africa the other time, they think computers are taking our jobs, so I try to explain, not really, we are partners, but that will be for another day. So Regina, I would like you to, I'll give you some few minutes to say to a girl growing out there, how can they pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics?
One thing I always tell people is I realized I was different from other people because I'm very open minded, and I feel if you are closed minded, it's very difficult for you to thrive in any STEM field because there's so much that is involved in STEM. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you need to be open minded. When I say open minded, I mean if you are watching and you are a grade 10 student in Lugoto in Dollar and you're wondering, oh, but it doesn't look, I don't even know if people believe this, but I grew up in Lugoto. Yes, that brown dirt, that one. And Lugoto is not a suburb in Dola. It's not considered a suburb. That
Yes.
is, I think it's like I think Lugoto is like what can I? It's like the garden of Lusaka.
Yes.
Like it's a low income. I grew up there. I was very happy, but look at how I thrived. So I
Mm-hmm.
always tell girls to say we were in that position, but we did not remain in that position. So
Yes.
you are given all of this knowledge to enrich yourself, but also
Mm-hmm.
enrich other people. Women are different from men. When we learn something, the first thing we think is, I need to teach somebody else. So you need to have an open mind. And I honestly tell people, in the 21st century, you kids are so lucky. There's
Yes.
Google, there's YouTube, and
So
all of
much
this. Honestly,
information. Yes.
so much information. An hour a day, you dedicate an hour a day to learn something. I have students who, in 1 week, I have one student who learned 3 programming languages in a space of 2 weeks because
Wow.
she dedicated a specific amount of time every day to go onto YouTube, sit, actually try out the code and do it yourself.
Yes.
Also, one last thing, for everyone that's worried that computers will take your jobs, first of all, machines are here to help us.
Mm-hmm.
They do not do anything without our input. It's called the Gigo effect: garbage in, garbage out.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell a computer to do something, it will execute that. So, how will a computer take over your job? It has
It
no
can
brain.
know
Like,
that
let's
you're
give
thinking
ourselves
about the
some
other
credit.
job and it takes it. It can't
Yeah, you
do
know what
that.
I'm saying? Like, let's give ourselves some credit, guys. We have brains and they do not. I feel like human beings just do not give themselves enough credit. It's maybe we've watched too much Terminator, blame those movies, but it's a Gigo effect. We call it the Gigo effect. The
Yes.
computer is garbage in and garbage out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so worried about that. My 4-year-old, yeah, come.
Yes.
I'm trying to show people that it doesn't age, doesn't matter. See, my
Yes.
4-year-old
Yes.
is able to use a smartphone.
Oh,
She's 24.
Hallelujah. How are you, sweetheart?
So really, someone who comes and tells me that I'm 30 something, I think I'm too old to learn something new. Oh gosh, really,
No.
it doesn't matter. It just so happens that her father and I happen to be in computers. She's privileged, you know what I'm saying, because she's around computers all the time and she's been able to use them since she was 2 years old. But
Yes.
yeah, just and also helping. Women should always be able to help. It's not always that I have time, and I'm always very honest with people on this.
Mm.
I don't always have time to do specific things, but I will always respond. And if I cannot help you, I will always put you in touch with somebody who can,
Help.
help, or even throw you into one of my classes sometimes.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Guys, I think we need Regina to come again. We have a lot to talk about, guys. This is a platform where we share about the knowledge, we showcase what we are doing. Why are we doing this? We want to show women, girls, that this career is doable because it's been labeled like it's some kind of weird, strange, like girls can't do it. So, guys, we're here to, encourage one another. We're here to showcase role models. All these people you are seeing here, they're all role models for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, thank you so much, Regina. I really do appreciate, and I hope to see you again. I know you're very busy. I hope I can snatch you out from your busy day and come and share
Yeah,
with us.
no, but I always give you audience and time because I like this. It's just that I'm sad that I have a class today, and that's why I really wanted the recording of this because I've been
Yes,
wanting to meet that young lady. What's her name?
Malaika.
Makumba? No, Muango?
Which
Because I
one?
saw her on Muango. I think it's Muango Makumba. I saw her on
Muango Makumba
a news.
is coming very
Yeah,
soon.
I mean, I really wanted to listen to her. So I saw her on. I think I mean, I obviously because of my line of work, I tend to get a lot of news about. So whenever someone, any girl, any woman is making headlines, almost always someone will be in my inbox on LinkedIn. Have you seen this? You should really reach out to this girl. You
So
should really,
I have a surprise for you, Regina, because you're going to see her today.
Yes, and I wish I could stay and like I wish I could be one of those also asking questions because now I like it when I'm in a position of being a student because I'm always at the front and always teaching.
I know.
I like it when I'm at the back and for the first time I can raise my hand and say, okay, what about this? What did you wanted to study this? Okay, how much did you get in this? I really feel nice when I meet girls like this. And I would have loved, I think we talked about this and one
Yes,
of these days we should do the class that we talked about, not really, but a session where a few of my girls are present,
please,
the
please.
younger ones, they would really love to be part of stuff like this because they need
I
to,
would
we call
really
it
be
STEM
glad
at
to do
work.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to leave you because I have a class
No
that's starting
problem.
at
Thank you
7:30.
so much. It was really, really wonderful having you. And hope to see you soon.
Yes, obviously. I'm always here. I'm just sometimes I take a day or two to respond, but I'm always here. Just send me a message and and we're always here. Me and my daughter are always here.
All right, thank you so much, Regina. Guys, that was Regina. She's really busy most of the time. I had to drag them like, please, please come. So she's in Zambia, guys. She's a software engineer and she's also an advocate, staunch advocate of STEM. So, guys, before we go get one of my guests, very interesting guests, guys, I would like to share something. Guys, I would like to announce that we have a website, guys, and the website is girlsforstem.org. If you have a chance, please go visit our website. It's out, it's new, it's still, further under constructions, but, we are good to go. So thank you so much, guys, who've been here for us and those that are supporting us. And again, our website is girlsforstemusa.org. When you have time, guys, go visit that website. And thank you so much. Guys, our next guest is Muango Makumba. Regina was talking about her. She's very busy. She's going to school. So here she is. So Muango, I think you are muted. If you can unmute yourself, probably.
I think I have.
Yes, now you're there. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you are here. And please, would you mind introducing yourself, Muango?
Okay, firstly, I want to say thank you for inviting me to this platform. So my name is Muango Makumba, and I'm a second-year engineering student at the University of Zambia.
Wow. Thank you so much that you are here. I really, really appreciate it. So, Muango, I would like you to share what you said you're doing second year. Which career are you doing?
I'm doing engineering. So because I'm still in second year, I'm yet to specialize. So right now I'm doing a general program which has a bit of everything.
Okay.
But
wow, that's
hopefully
really
I want to specialize into electrical and electronics engineering.
Okay, that's really interesting. So, Muango, how did the STEM career start when you were growing up? How did it start? Could you take us back with our viewers? How did you start this career? Are you the only one first generation to do engineering? Or did your parents discuss, or did they provide that environment? Could you share with my viewers how it started?
Okay, so for me, yes, in my family, I'm the first engineer and obviously the first woman engineer. And in the beginning, I wasn't really exposed to this. I loved maths and science, but then the only career I knew was medicine. So for a long time, I thought I wanted to do medicine. During careers day, I'd always be in a lab coat with a stethoscope. But then towards the end, right before I left primary, I got exposed to different things, like stuff that's nothing to do with medicine. So there's this club that runs in Zambia, which is the Junior Engineers, Technicians, and Scientists, JETS.
Yes.
So when I was in grade 6, because my teacher knew that I liked the subjects, he introduced me to the same JETS club. So we would go out and compete in quizzes and stuff like that. So in grade 6, I was a bit underqualified. But then in grade 7, we continued to do that, and our club grew a bit more. And then I tried to go for an Olympiad with my friends, and I actually made it. So I went for the national fair. And when I went there, it was like, this place where you have so many people from different places. Like you have older students coming and displaying their projects. You have people showing, people participating in the quizzes and writing Olympiads. And that was like my first time being exposed to something new. And like, even there I remember we had a woman who talked to us about engineering. And I think that's where my interest really sparked. I realized that, I like math and science, but I didn't like the biology side of it. I liked the engineering side. And when I went into high school, I continued with JETS. In the 8th grade, I did a project, qualified to the nationals. In the 9th grade, I did a quiz, and we actually did win the nationals. So from there, because I had been exposed to a lot of other people, the interest was sparked, and the fuel kept burning until now, and hopefully forever.
Wow. Guys, she is in STEM. She's a woman and she is in STEM. Wow, that's really interesting. So, what do you think you want to really venture into? I know you are doing the general aid and all that. So, what's really becoming very interesting to you?
Okay, so I'm interested in electronics. So I want
Yes.
to venture into electrical and electronics engineering. Yeah, but then at Unza we have we have both. But then in fourth year you can either go to power or telecommunications. So I want to go the telecommunications path, and then hopefully later in my masters I can specify more in the electronics part of it, and then eventually I want to do biomedical engineering, which is more like dealing with the equipment that doctors use and the circuitry behind it, the kind of
Yes.
stuff that they won't be able to control. Because obviously, as we can see, a lot of things are being computerized, and we're going
Yes.
to need people to work on that. So
Wow.
that's my
Wow.
end goal. So that's
You
where
know what? That's very interesting, Mwango, when you talk about what venture you want to go into. So I was talking to one of engineers, one of my friends. Is now pursuing masters in electrical engineering in UK. So he was saying,
yeah.
so I asked him, I said, what would our young people venture into? What would you advise them to go into if they want to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics? So he said that it really stuck on me. He said they should look at those prospects that the country really, really needs, that they should start investing and trying to venture into those careers. And sometimes you might not see someone actually, an engineer in that field, but just keep at it. And you never know, the government will start needing those skills. So that's very interesting, and it's a very unique. You are one of a kind. I've heard, especially from Zambia, talking about also after you finish in electrical, you combine it with electrical, especially in medicine, where you can manufacture these electronic things that can help us, things like detecting sugar, sensors, things like that. That would really, really be interesting. And we also discussed about the same kind of topic last time in the video, guys. We talked about how you can combine different skills. You become a bullet, actually, because most companies, they are looking for engineers, and now their specialty regarding whatever they are in, insurances. Talk about banks. We talked about bank with Womba. She's one of the engineers I spoke to. She's also a banker last time. Talk about any other field. They want engineers. Why do they need people in STEM? Because they have a very good grounded knowledge about engineering, and now they can continue in your specialty or specific field, and they can make sure they can satisfy your need. So that's really good. Thank you so much, Wumba, for sharing that. So I have one more question. So what are the challenges that you've had from the time you started doing your career up to today? Could you share with my viewers, especially that you are a student? There are students who come to watch the show. There are girls who come to watch the show. So could you share with those how you are maneuvering and passing those challenges up to where you are today?
Okay, so I'll start with saying this. It's actually not really easy. These subjects can be hard, but then one thing
Yes.
is, no one said it was going to be easy. It's really up to you to put in the hard work and to know that you can be harder. Yeah,
Yes.
because it's something that's very specialized, and we really need people who are qualified. So it's not something that should be done at the tip of your fingers. It's something that you need to prepare for and you need to work hard for. I can also say working alone is not something that you should do, because we
Yes.
really need each other. So you really need to put yourself out there, find a good group of people who you can help, because as you help other people, you end up helping yourself. Then for girls, you are going to face a lot of people saying different things. Sometimes it can be in the small conversations that people have, they would downplay you, but then you really have to know what to pay attention to. You have to know that a lot of people are not upgrading their minds to the new things that are happening in the world, especially in our country, Zambia. It's not common to see women in such positions. It really isn't. some of us are privileged to have grown up seeing this, but some other people do not know that, and you have to be ready for people downplaying you, and you just have to prove yourself. You don't really have to talk back. Sometimes even just your grades are enough for people to, to believe in
I
you, because a
like
lot of
it,
people are going
Manga.
to
I love
they're going
your
to say a lot
thinking.
of things. And then,
Yes.
yeah, they're going to say a lot of things. Some people automatically think that, okay, she's a girl, so she can't really do this. No, she's weak. So it's really up to you to be strong.
Yes.
Your mental health is very, very important. You
Very
really need to
important.
invest in it, because a lot of things can push you down.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to be confident in yourself, believe in yourself, and know what you're doing. Even if you fail, get back up. Use that as a strong foundation to bounce back to higher heights. Don't give up. It's not going to be the easiest road, but then there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, I think that's what I can say.
Wow, wow. You actually nailed it, Muango. That's excellent. Guys, she just went through to explain how, as a female, you face challenges and how you can, go through those challenges. I've always shared how my challenges were. Sometimes, especially when you're put in two groups, I remember you are so scared. You don't know how to ask that, I want to be part of the group, especially the boys are they've grouped up themselves, and boys have got their own language. You know what they say? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I always say that. But women, you are scared. How should I go approach that group? But you just have to be very encouraged and just go there and just say, I would like to be part of this group, and you can tell them what you're going to bring to the table. And also, grades speak louder, because sometimes people would think, oh, why do we need her? But until they see your grades. But it's not about grades. Even if you're not doing so well, you still have to keep pushing. Just go there, you get yourself familiar with whatever they are doing, and you continue that way. Wow, thank you so much, Mango. That was really great, especially for students watching. Guys, she's very determined. So where do you get that drive, Mango? I see there's a drive in you that someone can't stop. Where do you get that drive?
I think it's from my past. I don't know if you've heard of the cookie jar effect. It's like when you do certain things in the past that inspire other people, you
Uh-huh.
you leave a group of people looking up to you. So
Yes.
you have a lot of people that are seeing you and wanting to be like you and are being inspired by you. So it just pushes you to keep going forward, because there's
Yes.
a lot of people that are depending on you. And also just the idea of being comfortable and independent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for a woman, it's very important for you to be independent for many reasons. So just the idea of knowing that you are secure and you can take care of yourself is, for me, it's very important, and it pushes me to work harder. And also just working hard for my family, and
Mm-hmm.
even just for feeling proud of yourself, having something to your name, something that you've genuinely worked hard for, it keeps me going. And also
Wow.
just loving what you do. I think it's very important to love what you do, because you're not being forced. It's something that comes out of your passion. Even if you're not getting as much money, you're happy because you're doing what you love. You're waking up every day, going to work to do something that makes you happy and not something that you dread. So I think
Yes.
that keeps me going.
Wow. Wow. That's really, really powerful. Thank you so much. So, you know how there are people who are privileged, underprivileged. For example, I'm here in United States. Even here in United States, there are people. There are places that they are underprivileged. Also, in Zambia too, there are places that are privileged and underprivileged. So, what would you say to girls growing up in those areas? How can they be like you?
I feel like you just have to put yourself out there. You really just have to go for the opportunities. Opportunities don't just come running to you. Um,
Yes.
Hopefully, the expansion of the same Jets Club has gone even in the rural areas. But then there's programs like this. Sometimes when you just hear that there's something happening here, take yourself there. Especially now that we have a new ministry, hopefully we're going to see more projects
Mm.
happening both in the urban and the rural areas. I think it's really important to put yourself out there and to participate. Don't just
Yes.
sit behind. Take whatever opportunity you have to talk to people, meet new people,
Mm-hmm.
network. Just
Yes.
put yourself, believe in yourself. It really doesn't matter where you come from.
Mm-hmm,
What
mm-hmm.
matters is where you're going. So even if you come from a background where you've never heard of these things, you'll be the first one to do it. And you'll set a light for everyone else behind you. So yeah, really put
Oh
yourself
my
out there. No
God.
one's going to force you to get up. Participate. Because these
Yes.
opportunities really are there. There's so many people who've risen to high ranks because of
Mm-hmm.
participating in clubs
Yes.
and being involved. Ask questions. Ask a lot of
Mm-hmm.
questions. Yes, I'm one person who asks a lot of questions. So for the teachers, they may know of these opportunities, even just like even watch things like this. The way Regina talked about her program, find more. Go onto the internet. You can go on LinkedIn, inbox her, and ask her how you can join her network. I really think it's important to put yourself out there and just show yourself to people, and the opportunities will come.
Wow, wow, wow. I really, really appreciate you just shared very interesting points. I really do appreciate. And Muango, would you come back and share with our viewers again, because you have just, you are in STEM, pursuing STEM, and viewers would like to see how you are, progressing with your career. Very inspiring. Thank you so much, and hope you can, come again. We really do appreciate.
I would love to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Keep watching Muango. Wow, that was Muango, guys. She's a student at University of Zambia pursuing electrical engineering. And oh my God, we just enjoyed her passion, her drive, guys. It's amazing. So thank you so much, Muango. So we are going to bring Anna Simahongo. Anna Simahongo is also from Zambia. Very interesting guest. Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for having you. I really do appreciate. How are you? We can't hear you. I think you may be muted, Anna. You may be muted. Anna, I think we can't hear you. You may be muted. We can't hear you. You may be muted. Hello. Can you hear us? But we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Your volume is, I think, maybe something wrong with your volume. I'll try to wait for you for some time. And yeah, guys, thank you so much, guys, for coming. We still have Anna Simahongo. Let's wait for her because we can't hear her. Guys, hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me, guys, please leave a comment so that we can hear you, so we know, is it me or is it just Anna? Because we can't hear Anna when she's talking. So let me know, guys, if you can hear me. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Guys, I just wanted to tell you that we have a website, guys. Yes, thank you for watching, Linda there. I see you from Germany. Guys, we have a website. It's running through there. Please, when you get a chance, make sure you can go there and watch and take a look at our website. And, thank you so much. So we are here, guys, to encourage girls to pursue STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And you saw how different people are pursuing science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, anyone can pursue this career. Anyone from any background, guys, can pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And we are rallying for you guys that you can pursue. Parents, we are also trying to share the resources that you can encourage your girls when they are growing up, create that environment that can, be very helpful to your girls, that it can trigger something so that they can pursue this career. STEM is going to be embedded, guys, in a lot of careers. It doesn't matter. It's going to be part of our everything that we do. Programming, anything will involve programming, it will involve STEM, it will involve some kind of understanding. So that's why we need to pursue, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, and just have it. You don't have to be an engineer. You can learn about computers. You can learn technical work, because that will help you still to facilitate your career, whatever you're doing. So guys, let's try one more time with Anna and let's see if she can, if we're going to hear her. Guys, can you hear me? Let me know, guys. Comment if you can hear me. Are you able to hear me, guys? Comment. So let's see Anna if she can come in. Hi, Anna. Yeah, we still can't hear you. We still can't hear you. Yeah, we can't hear you. Unfortunately, we can't hear you. I hope you guys can hear me well, so that it's not only on my side. Okay, loud and clear. Thank you, guys, that you can hear me. So I have Messi right there. She can hear me. Oh, you guys can't hear me? So Messi, yes, thank you so much for letting me know. So yes, Anna, we're having a hard time. I don't know exactly. Right now it shows like you are muted. Try to unmute your let's see if you are good. Again, let me try one more time. So guys, we're waiting for Anna to see if we can talk to her. She's having a hard time with her computer, so that she can be loud and clear. Let's wait for her again. So guys, yes, if you have any question, guys, feel free to ask me whilst we wait for Anna to come back. So again, parents, let's create an environment, especially where we are, something that can trigger our kids. I remember very well one of the guests here was sharing how they used to watch a Discovery Channel. That sparked his interest, because there was a program that they were using. I think it's called, Discovery Channel. So that's where this kid was watching very interesting stuff. And in the end, he ended up being an engineer. So most of the time, it's the environment that we create, guys. Either we take our kids somewhere, or maybe we take our kids, or just in the house, or something we watch on TV, on YouTube, and also, just something that we show them. And the other thing is also to encourage our kids to watch YouTube reasonably, instead of just watching other things that are, not educative, especially when they are young. They have phones. Phones are good. They ignite our kids, guys. Don't get it wrong, because most people say, don't give the kids phone, don't give the computer. The environment and the technology and the era that we are in, guys, kids need phones. They need computers at their early age, guys. That's the only way they can start, be able to do a lot of things when they are young. Their brain are really fast. I have my son, he's able to show me. Sometimes I tell him, I need to create this PowerPoint. They are learning so many things more than actually, us. And that's why we need to expose them to these things. But the only way we can do that is to encourage them to make sure they are watching very things that make sense. And we can show them. And YouTube, all those things, we can either lock YouTube so that they don't go to other things. YouTube has got a lot of things. So we can guide them so that they don't watch other things by locking some of these things, by making sure, ushering them, guiding them, that they don't watch other things. I know it's hard time. It's very hard. I know you tell me, Kirsten, that's easy talking, but we can train them as they are growing, that they are watching very things that are educative on Facebook. They can look for websites that have got very interesting educational coding. They are free educational coding on Facebook. I remember one parent was like, oh, I don't let my daughter watch Facebook. But you can, if you have Facebook, you can connect them so that you can log in and you show them only they see things that are constructive. YouTube, you can also show them that they just watch things that are constructive. So guys, we've been waiting for Anna, and unfortunately we are having a hard time bringing her up. If you have any question, guys, feel free, feel free to ask. Other than that, guys, we are going to end the show. Thank you so much for coming. I'll wait for a few minutes, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. We had one guest, but I think she had a hard time trying to log in. But let's see if she can still make it. 1 second, guys, if you can bear with me. So again, guys, we have a website. Feel free to go check it out, guys. Let me see if I can make sure I can get one of our guests to come in. Just a second, guys. Again, Nabil, if you are there, please try to see if you can come in again. I just sent you the information one more time. So guys, we have a website. Please feel free to maneuver through our website and enjoy, read, and see what we can do. Oh, we see Anna is back. So let's try one more time if we can get Anna, guys. Feel free, guys, to go check the website out. So let's see if we can bring. Hi, Anna. Are you there? Can you hear us? Yes, I can hear you, Anna, now. I can hear you. I can hear all the sounds. Yeah, I think Anna is our guest. Hope she can make it. So let's hang in there, guys. Let's see if she can make it. I think now she's almost there because I can hear her, right away. So let's see if she's gonna come in. So guys, I just wanted to mention that I really appreciate you guys coming to our channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're coming here for the first time. Make sure you can click the bell-shaped notification so that you don't miss out on very interesting gestures that we're doing. So let's see if we can bring Anna. Hi, Anna, I can hear you. Hi, Anna, I can hear you now. Can you hear us? I can hear you now. I think you're good to go. Can you hear us, Anna? Okay, now it's freezing. Okay, we'll see if we can still wait for her a little bit, guys. So, guys, if you have any question, please feel free to ask. Yes, hopefully she can make it. Let's see. Let's see if she can make it. Let's wait for her a little bit. So let's read. We have a question here. This is very intuitive and helpful. How can this be expanded to bring the information to more people, even on the ground? Yes. So that's what we can do is, we need to also partner. I'm not sure, Chibamur, are you in Zambia? We need to engage kids. We go to school, talk about science and technology introduced to the kids. I don't think most schools are talking about STEM related topics to kids. Most of the time they think they have to be very, very educated to talk about STEM. If I was a teacher, for example, I would just start sharing about all the endeavors that are happening to kids, bringing them all these technology that's coming. That would be really interesting for the kids. And we can start from there, because when we say we are just seated or not doing anything, there is nothing else that's going to move. So we have to start doing something. Just start doing something, and that would, we would really help a lot. So, and that's how we can start expanding. And you guys, I'm here to support you, whoever wants to start, something like this, so we can really, really expose this STEM to parents. And, it's really important that we do that. And this STEM, it's not only for the privileged, it's for everybody, any kid out there. who is in school or not in school, discuss this STEM with them, because I've seen most of the engineers that come on this show, they even say their neighbor spoke to them about STEM. You can imagine. So that really, really makes a difference to kids. So let's see. Yes, even my school doesn't. Yes, it's true what I'm saying. Most teachers, they don't talk about what I always say on this show is you don't have to be an engineer. You don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to be a doctor to talk about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's all around us. When you go outside, you are seeing electricity. You are seeing the weather. You are seeing so many things that are happening around you, and you can share that with the kids. And Mambwe Mubangalala, guys, she's about 8 years old. She's watching our channel and she's asking. So that's really interesting, Mambwe. I'm so glad you're asking very, very intuitive questions. I think, yeah, because she always come, and also maybe she may have some other people there. Thank you so much for that question. So we need to talk about it. You don't have to be an expert to discuss about STEM. Anyone can talk about STEM. For example, you can discuss about driverless cars. You can discuss about driverless cars. You can discuss about the time that has been shortened, the time that the airplanes used to fly from, for example, United States to Africa. It used to be 24 hours. Now it's 15. What did they do that changed? Guys, they're also going to change. Instead of the planes using fuel, they want to use, they want to charge them. So that's another discussion, guys, to talk about. So there's so many things that you can discuss with kids. You don't have to be an expert. Teachers, just create time. It can be after classes. That's when you start discussing about STEM things. You may not have all the resources. And sometimes people who see that you're discussing this matter, they may come to rescue. So guys, that's really, really interesting. Let's try again. Anna, are you ready? Let's see if you can come in. I see you're almost, because now we can hear you. We were able to hear you. Let's see if she can. Hi, Anna. Can you hear us? Hi, Anna. I think maybe you're having an issue with the internet or something, because we still can't hear you clearly. Hello, Anna. Yeah, it's lagging. It's really lagging. Yes. So, Mambwe, I think what I would say is your school should start, and it also, the other thing you can, do is, I know it's very hard for kids. She's interested for kids to, how do kids now try to tell their teacher that, can we talk about STEM? Can you imagine, guys? How can we advise Mambwe to discuss with their teacher about STEM? Guys, leave comments, comments about how can we encourage students to talk to their teachers about STEM. I think I've had some engineers on my show who were asking questions to the teacher to say, tell me, how many types of engineering are there out there? How can I be an engineer? Of course, the teacher can answer those questions. So there are so many questions you can engage your teachers, and also, just to investigate on your own. And you're so privileged, actually, Mambo, to be even listening to ideas like this. Some kids, they don't have this privilege. And that's why we're trying to make sure we can communicate. We can let parents out there know. So many students understand. Some students, they are pursuing other classes and other careers, but they're very smart. They're very good in math. They're very good in science, but they don't know how to channel and go into STEM. And sometimes where they are, they might not be offering these classes. But again, it's not the end of the road when your school is not offering these classes, because as you grow, as long as you have that interest, don't let it just die away. You can still continue and say, how else can I still pursue STEM even afterwards. And one good example is myself. I pursued STEM at a very later age, not in my early years. I would say I pursued STEM, yes, because I did production management. That was part of STEM. But still, just to be in engineering, guys, I did it after I was older. You don't want to know how old I was when I pursued engineering. That's for another day, guys, to discuss. But I just wanted to tell you, at any level, you can pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics if you had challenges to get into STEM when you were young. I had challenges to get into STEM when I was young. I wasn't given that privileged. I wasn't, so I ended up going first to Evelyn Horn College in Zambia, and then I went that route. It was a very long route. So it doesn't matter where you start STEM, where you get into STEM. You can get into STEM at any level. I'm a proof of getting into STEM at any level. So even you can do it as well. So, okay, that's Kimberly. She is the best. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I know you're using Mommy's ID and you are the best. You always come to watch. Thank you so much for coming all the time. And Kimberly, I know you're going to make a very good engineer. Continue listening, expanding your brain, learning so many things. It's really, really good, okay? So let's see what Danielle is saying. I think even bringing up the news to good, like, told the class, did you hear the news today? There was a launch of space. Oh my God, Danielle, that's a good point. Thank you for bringing up. Now it has opened even me some ideas. Yes. So you can bring up the topic to your classmates, even to the teacher, to start talking. Teacher, did you hear about the biggest Webb telescope that's going to go to space? One of the biggest telescopes, guys, it's called the James Webb telescope. It's going to space. I happen to be part of the company that's sending this James Webb telescope, Northrop Grumman. And yes, one of the biggest telescope man has ever made, guys. It's going to space, and it's going to be taking pictures as far as I don't know how many billions years, guys. So can you imagine? So those are some of the discussions you can bring up with your classmates, even your teacher. So when you start doing that, you're going to learn a lot of things. You find that some other kids may even know about it. And it's going to be fun in the end. You never know. You might be the person who may start this STEM organization at your school, and it can go very, very far, guys. So, guys, so it's up to you guys when you're at school. Try to, engage yourself in such kind of discussions, especially if you see your teacher don't talk about it. Read more on YouTube, search biggest telescope in the world. The James Webb telescope is going to come up. Recently, some companies send some people just for fun in space because they want us to start going to space just to have fun, just like we go visit. So that's one thing you can also Google on YouTube. It has a lot of things that you can learn about. So encourage your kids to learn a lot of things on YouTube. Check them out and just control them that they don't go astray, because YouTube is also a very dangerous place. So make sure they go there particularly only for educational stuff. So let's try one more time to bring in Anna. Let's see if she can come in, guys. That was a really good discussion about engaging teachers, students at your school. So try to practice that. So let's see if we can bring Anna. Hi, Anna. Hi, Anna. Okay, I don't think we are able to bring Anna up again. It's lagging. It's a little bit lagging behind, so we can't get to speak to her. I was really excited. I really wanted to speak to her. But yeah, so guys, Vane was one of our guests. She was supposed to come in, but I think she had difficulties coming in. So for traveling, instead of traveling to other countries, soon we'll travel to space. Yes, Vane, we're going to be traveling to space. Yes, we are going to visit, to go to space, to go have fun. and to go see how the world look. Imagine going out in space to go see how the world look like, guys. It's very expensive, okay, right now. But remember, when technology just comes, it's expensive. And then afterwards, it gets cheaper. So hopefully, guys, you'll be part of that where you can go to space to just go visit or just to go have fun or go have a wedding in space or go have a girls hangout in space. So that would be really fun, guys. That would really, really fun. Yeah. Okay. So Vane is saying, help me connect. So hopefully you get the email, go in Vane and just connect through that email that I sent you. That's the only way you can come in. And we are here still trying to see if we can help you. We are still answering some questions. Mambwe has some question again. So schools should start even after school. It will be a good ask kids to learn. Oh, Mambo, you are just so amazing. Yes. So what can happen, Mambo, is this: you can even talk to your teacher or talk to whoever is responsible. Kids can just discuss topics. You can just pick up a topic and discuss. For example, you can just say, today we're going to discuss about driverless cars. And then you're going to talk about it. For example, are you scared entering into a Tesla that doesn't have somebody to drive it? Are you comfortable? Oh, Vane is here. I'm so excited. She's here. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Guys, I'm going to cut everything. I have to bring in Vane because we've been waiting for her for a long time. Hi, Vane.
How are you all?
Yes, I waited for you. I'm talking. I'm trying to entertain my viewers. I'm like, guys, hang in there. She's gonna come. Thank you so much for coming. You made it. I really do appreciate. Let's dive into it, Vane. Introduce yourself, where you are, and what you're doing.
Hi guys, I'm Vani. I'm from India and I am pursuing aerospace engineering from Chandigarh University, which is in Punjab state of India itself. I was born in Mumbai and I am a space enthusiast. As you can see, I dream to become a space scientist. I want to go to space and do some thing on ISS, which is International Space Station. That's my dream.
Yes.
I am currently doing my two research, which is on Mars, survival on Mars. Like I
Yes.
said, that we'll be soon traveling to space, and also for that purpose, I and my some fellow classmates and my friends are preparing a research on how
Yes.
we can actually survive on it. And secondly,
Wow.
I'm doing some kind of research on black hole.
Yes. Oh my
Yes,
I'm so excited. Oh my God, that's really good stuff what you're doing there, Vane. Oh my God.
thank you so
Wow.
much.
So which year are you in right now?
I'm in my final year,
Wow.
and yes, I'm in seventh semester,
Yes.
and I guess this is it for my journey because I'm soon to join a company. I've got a job offer,
Yes.
and I'm also trying for various internships as well. Just to get good opportunities related to
Yes.
space. So yeah, let's see what God brings to us. And I would, guys, like I would firstly want to acknowledge this channel. I mean, hats off to you. You are doing actually a great work, for encouraging girls, because in
Yes.
our country, India, even if we are developing at a pace which is very mediocre, and
Yes.
girls need help. They don't know about STEM much. Like even my family,
Yes.
none of them had done STEM in their life.
Wow. So how you just said something very, very important. So how did you get to want to learn STEM when you were young? What happened? How did it start? Where did you get this idea of wanting to learn STEM? Can you share with my viewers?
Sure. One day I was just looking at the moon. I didn't know that we could actually go there. I asked my mother, Mom, I wish I could go to moon. I love it. She was like, it's possible. I was like, how? She said, astronauts do go. I was like, this is what I want to be.
This
And
is
since that day,
yes.
yes. And since that day, I prayed to God and I said that, I tried hard that I want to pursue my career into space because I want
Yes.
to go there. But
Yes.
now I want to go beyond there.
Oh my God. Your story is so touching, how passionate you are, and you've made it to even be in engineering. That's really awesome. You know,
Thank
and
you.
I pray that, most people can see you, viewers here in United States, that they can see you, how passionate you are, that you really want to get there and provide this environment for us to visit space, right? That's your passion.
Yes.
Wow, that's really interesting. So now, how old were you when you were asking such questions about your mom? Like, how can I get to space? How old were you roughly?
To be honest, I might be, you won't believe, but I might be 2 to 3 years old.
Wow, that was
Yes.
wow. That's really interesting. And up to now, you're still focused. So, what is your career exactly? Is it space, aerospace? What are you pursuing exactly?
I'm pursuing aerospace.
Aerospace particularly. Wow, that's so good.
Yes.
That's interesting. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, Vane is passionate. She is so passionate about space, guys. And she made up her mind when she was little, up to today. Now she's almost finishing. So that's really amazing. And just to hear your story, I hope, people can see her out there to see, what her passion is, to make her passion realized, come to fruition. So one day she can prepare that environment. Guys, remember I mentioned to you that they are preparing for us to go have fun in space, live in space, because they think if anything, because as human beings we need to have plan A or plan B. Suppose something happened on planet this planet, where can we go? And we have done that through and through in the past, of trying to solve problems. How can we get to another place? How can we get to another place faster? So as human beings, we've been thinking, we've been trying to resolve issues, for a long period of time. So this is one of our challenges. And wow, thank you so much that we have people like you trying to pursue aerospace and also space and beyond. Wow. So
Yes.
what are some of your challenges that you have faced, Vane, up to today, that you can share
To
with
be
your
honest,
viewers?
yes. To be honest, a hell lot of challenges.
Yes.
Because I would be very honest with you.
Hmm.
I hated maths since my
Yes.
childhood. And when I came to know that, if you want to go to moon, you have to learn maths.
Wow.
My heart was bleeding. I was like, please don't let
Tell
me
me
do this.
about it.
I beg you.
Yes.
Yeah. So they were like, no, you have to. If you want to go, you have to. I used to cry a lot that why I have to learn maths all the time. But
Yes.
then in my college, my teachers supported me at best. They guided me and I got full
Yes.
marks.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Guys, Vane is, pouncing from India. On this platform, you've seen, guys, we have different people from all over the world that comes to share their STEM story, and it's a privilege to have her. So, then I want to ask you something else. So apart from being in aerospace particularly, do you want also to venture in things like programming, or you just want to be particularly in space?
Unfortunately, again, if you want to go to space, you have to be versatile in your skills because you
Yes.
never know what actually might come in front of
Yes.
you. So you
Hmm.
need to be versatile in coding, you need to be versatile in physics, maths,
Yes.
everything. So
Yes.
we've been taught about coding. I know three languages, C,
Hmm.
C++, and Java, and I'm
Yes.
learning fourth language now, that is Python. So I think this might help me. But other than that, yeah, we do, like, the various organizations, like big organizations for space, they have their own software engineers. But
Yes.
then too, even if you're not, you have to learn the basics. So these are kind of hurdles which you do not dream of. While pursuing, you're like, yeah, I'll be this, I'll be learning science, but then there is a vast field inside the
Hmm.
science itself. So
Wow.
this is something we can say that is a hurdle for someone. It comes like a struck. Oh my God, you have to learn this.
You just said very important points right there. You have to be versatile to learn other things. And as engineers, that's the only way we can actually prosper or stage ourselves for prosperity in terms of career, because especially for your field, you want to understand the world around you so much, right? So that's why you should be able to understand programming side, space side, mathematics, a lot of things. So guys, the drive that she has is really interesting. So what actually drives you to learn all these things? Can you share with us what really drives you so we can share with kids out there?
Actually, when I was a child in my elementary school,
Mhm.
I learned the poem Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening.
Yes.
That is by, I think you might have heard about that. The
Yes,
woods
I've
are
heard.
lovely, dark and deep, but I have some promises to keep, and miles
Yes.
to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
The song, yes.
This is actually what motivates me because the woods are lovely, dark and deep. Like my procrastinations, my laziness, my phone,
Yes.
yeah, they're
Mhm.
lovely, but dark and deep. I have promises which I've made to myself that I have to keep. Miles, that is space, beyond moon to Mars and
Yes.
everything, before I sleep. So this is what actually drives me to learn and thrive.
Wow. You are just so deep. Guys, I would love to get some of Vene's, just motivation. She's so motivated. Thank you so much. So now that you are at the level where you are, and remember, in this world, we have different women that are privileged differently. So, what would you say to a girl growing up out there, either underprivileged? How can they become scientists? How can they become engineers? What would you say to them?
I would say that we are blessed that we have we've been born in this era.
Thank
Earlier,
you.
when our parents used to live, they did not have any such kind of resource. Now with just YouTube, like let's suppose take the example of your channel, you get a lot of motivation. And in YouTube itself, you get to learn a lot of free things. Like I'm
Yes.
learning Internet of Things for free.
Free things.
Yeah,
Tell them. Tell them.
yeah. And when you have skills, nobody in this world will stop you for being anything you want, irrespective of what you want to learn and what you want to become. So I would say utilize everything we have. We are actually blessed. We should take all these things and we should not take all these things granted.
Mhm.
These all are the virtues.
Wow. Wow. So, guys, you hear what she's saying. Guys, especially kids, you are born in this era where you have so many free things. Guys, when I was growing up back in my country, Zambia, before I came to United States, guys, we only had one book of physics. It was called Abbott. We used to move with it in our hands. And that was the only resource. To guys, how I also managed to finish my engineering course, guys, I used YouTube like no one's business. There's anything that you want to know, guys, someone out there has done it. Someone out there has looked at it. Someone out there is researching on it. As you hear, she's doing research or something like that. So we are in the era where, guys, if you just don't do something, it means maybe you have some laziness. Let's call it maybe some laziness, not really lazy, but I mean, we have all the chance that we have. And thank you so much, Vane, for your advice. Oh my God, your passion and just what you're doing. Amazing. Guys, she is in STEM and she's bouncing from India. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you made it. And we are not done yet. I'll still invite you. We have so many things to discuss.
Definitely, definitely. Anytime you want.
Oh, thank you. So
Anytime.
I'll give you 2 minutes, 1 minute. What would you want to say? Say anything that you want to say, in like 1 to 2 minutes.
Yes, so I can actually give a little privilege to, some of the students or some of the interested people who actually want to learn something related to astronomy or want to
Yes.
participate in it. Because I am in the astronomy club, I'm in the management, I'm the planning coordinator.
Yes.
So I can give you the access to learn about various things for free. Like right
Mm.
now, we're conducting SolidWorks workshop, which is a highly advanced software. And if you get that kind of skill in
Yes.
engineering, of course, no
Mm-hmm.
one will stop you to get the job.
No. Yes.
Yes. And we are teaching the students to how to make rocket on
Wow. Wow.
SolidWorks for free.
Yes.
And if
Make
ever, like,
sure you
you
leave
guys
your
are
link,
interested.
leave your link on the chat, so that you can people can see that. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure, 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 sure. I will leave it. If other than that, I'll leave my email. I'll give you full access. If
Yes.
whenever
Okay.
you want, like, we'll be there to help you. Even we have various good mentors in our club, and we have good the executive council. Everything is good there. Like, I myself, and even she is there to guide you. So, guys, I
Mhm.
would say don't ever hesitate, because when it comes to career, it's only you who have to
Yes.
pursue it, and no one will come. No
No.
one cares.
No.
This is
It's up
actually
to you.
true.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares what you want to do in your life. This is you who have to take the initiative. So we girls, will stand for each other. We're ready to build your career and help you throughout.
Yes, we are here to share network, guys. We are here to share how can we pursue and go ahead and keep climbing. This is where we share all that information, guys. So she's going to provide me that information, guys. I will share it with you. Next time, I'll make sure I come with it. Whatever she's going to give it to me, I'll share with you guys, and so you can have access as well. Again, guys, I just want to say we have a website. Please feel free, visit our website. It's running down there. You can see it. It's just new. So guys, feel free to go there and check it out. Thank you so much, Benny. I really appreciate. I'll still call you back again so we can continue our discussions and see how we are progressing. We really do appreciate. And
Sure,
I know we had challenges,
sure.
but you made it. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, yes. And
Guys, thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate, guys. Thank you for coming to my show. And guys, remember, it's every Saturday at 10 a.m. Los Angeles time. It's on until our guests are done with our discussion. So thank you so much, guys. See you next Saturday, guys, with interesting content. Thank you and bye. Ciao, 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 guys. Bye.